No problem. Thanks for the interest.
No problem. So, mate, I've taken a chance to take a listen to the EP, and I've got to say congratulations. You guys have produced an absolutely amazing album.
Oh, thanks a lot, man. That's great to hear. I really appreciate that.
So, mate, I was wondering if we could start off by asking, you've been playing with so many great artists over the years. How did Silverthorne come about in the first place for you?
It was back when I was in Whitesnake. We were on tour in 2011, and touring in the UK. There was an opening band called The Union, and I go in and hear them open it up, and I noted that the singer was killer. They're a great singer. I met him, and nice guy, and didn't keep in touch or anything, but that was that. Fast forward many years later, and I had a project going on with the DeLeo brothers from Stone Temple Pilots. We didn't have a singer, but the guys had a bunch of music, and we recorded a bunch of ideas, and we had the hopes of finding a singer for this new thing. They also didn't have a singer for Stone Temple Pilots at the time, and they were unsure if they were going to be able to fill those shoes and find the right guy. So they were kind of like at a crossroads of trying to figure out their next move. Through one person or another, they got turned on to Pete Shoulder, a singer named Pete Shoulder, and they heard him, they met him, and sent me a little snippet of him singing and playing the guitar, and said, "Dude, I think we found our guy." And I was like, "This guy's great." And then it ends up soon after that, they're like, "You guys know each other?" And I was like, "Oh wait, he's from the Union, we met a long time ago." Yeah. So we all got together and made a record, pretty much,
Yeah.
And soon after we made the record, we're thinking about the next step. We're going to get this together and move forward. And then the Leos had the new STD singer come into their world, and they were really happy with him, and they pretty much thought they found a new guy to front that band. And they had to make a decision, which way do we go? We got two things going on here. So they obviously chose to move forward with Stone Temple Pilots, and we understood, as being that we're huge fans of the band, and the guys are great, and they've had an amazing career, and, if they can find a new front man to keep rolling with and keep that band going, then more power to them. So we were put on pretty much an indefinite hiatus, and we're like, okay, what do we do? We don't know how long that's going to go on. It's been years. So soon after that, I just said to Pete, Silverthorne singer, guitar player Pete Shoulder, I said, "Why don't you come back out to Los Angeles and let's get together and do some writing and recording?" Because when we had worked together, I realized he's a great musician all around, great guy, great writer, great lyricist and songwriter and singer, the whole thing. And we had very similar interests in what we liked in music, and and if we had in being in an original band. So he came out, and that was it, man. That was like 2018. We wrote a ton of music, had a great time, and recorded a bunch of stuff. And 2018 kind of went by with we had some managers that were a little bit newer and ate up a little bit too much time. So we signed up with Golden Robot in 2019 and got all the stuff ready last spring, and the single came out at the end of the summer. Another one came out a couple months later, and now the EP's out. And here we go. And before, when we got the band together with, when we signed with Golden Robot, obviously it was Pete and I doing all the writing and stuff. We got my buddy Daniel Spreean on bass. Great guy, great player, and also cut from the same cloth of what he loves in music and his styles. So that was it. That was pretty simple, and here we are.
Yeah. You obviously were very impressed with Pete's vocals. What was it about his vocals that stood out to you and made you say, yep, he's the right guy for Silverthorne?
Man, I don't even know how to describe it. You just listen to a voice and you go, that's an amazing voice. Some people just have this quality that you gravitate towards. And I just said he had qualities of some of my favorite singers, which are some of the best singers in rock and roll, like everybody from Paul Rogers to Coverdale to Chris Cornell to Jeff Buckley. I heard all this in his voice, and it's a rarity to find somebody like that, especially somebody that's not completely busy doing their own thing because of how amazingly talented they are. And I was like, wow, it's just a rare thing to find, and it's kind of like half the battle if you want to start a new band up. If you can find the right singer, it's one thing if he's a great singer, but he's hard to get along with, or he has an attitude or whatever. or a drug problem, whatever. With Pete, you have none of the above. You just have a great, straightforward guy who's a musician. He's a musician who loves music and loves being creative, and happens to have a badass voice. Yeah.
Yeah. Brian, tell us a little bit about the writing process for this EP. You mentioned that you and Pete wrote a lot of music together. Tell us a little bit about that writing process and how you went through it.
Yeah, up until a couple months ago, I had this rental studio house. So I had all my gear and everything, all my recording gear and drums and guitars. Everything was in this little studio house, and it was awesome. It was a private little house in the canyons here, and I could pretty much do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. And Pete would come out, and my family house was just down the road a little bit, but, you know, there was a bedroom in the studio house, so Pete would stay there, and we'd be able to just take advantage of any hour of the day of writing and creating and then recording. Like the drums are in the living room, the Pro Tool rig is up, you can roll in, it's on, you know, the guitars, everything's there, you know, ready to go, and we're not bothering anybody if we're, if we're getting loud. So it was a really great environment to write in, and I say it was up until a couple months ago because there was a fire in the house, and it kind of torched the inside to the point of it being uninhabitable, and I had to get everything out and jump in my family house garage and clean out 25 years of stuff in there, which was a 2-month task on top of like sorting through everything that was in the fire and organizing all that, cleaning it. And it's still going on, but yeah, that's where we're doing it. So I was over there for like 4 years in this studio house, and Pete had come out, I don't know, a few times, and we got a lot done there. So it was just a great place to focus and have no interruptions whatsoever, you know. So if he's flying out from the UK and he's going to be here for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, we know that whenever we're getting together, however many hours a day, whatever it is, we're going to be able to be creative and get results from it.
Yeah. You've got
also, with that said, there's no engineers, having to call up studios and book time, no hiring, engineers and producers, none of that stuff. And with that said, we're self-produced, self-engineered. We do everything. It's just the two of us. What you hear on that Silverthorne CD, outside of our buddy Chili mixing the single "Tear the Sky Wide Open," which we had actually that was one song we just wanted to see what somebody else could do something with, and Chili did a great job with it. But yeah, everything else from the mics put on the snare, the mics put on the drums, to the choice of drums and the mic placement, to the guitar amps and everything. We just Pete and I alone doing it, and that's what you get.
Yeah, well, it's absolutely amazing, and there's amazing lyrics on there as well. What was inspiring the lyrics while you guys were writing?
Yeah, that's pretty much Pete's world, which is a lot of fun because we'll usually start with the music. For the most part, it starts with guitar riffs and grooves, and we'll arrange the song. And while we're writing the song, little melodies might pop out or ideas back and forth between us. But for the most part, it's the music. So we'll put all the music down, and while we're doing that, I know we're both getting ideas for melodies and whatever. But we'll just get a little rough demo idea of the song together, and Pete will just go in his room and sit around and hang out and just jam on it and start putting lyrics together. And comes to me with it, and pretty much everything he brings me, I'm psyched on. And he might hit a little pothole in the road or in a section of a song. We'll both work on it together. But for the most part, I really enjoy when he takes the music and sits with it for a little bit, comes back to me with his ideas, and unless something's really in my head, like that just comes out, and I go, what about this? For the most part, it's all Pete.
Yeah. Now, you've got a great relationship with Golden Robot, and as a record label, they are making such a huge splash here in Australia at the moment. Tell us a little bit about how that relationship started for you guys with Golden Robot, and what makes them such a great label to be with.
No, it was pretty simple. It was a friend who knew a friend kind of thing. A mutual friend put me in touch with the label and with the president, Mark, and we had emailed, and it wasn't anything to do with my band. It was just a totally different subject. And then he he told me who he was and what he does, and I said, oh wow, that's cool, man. I have a brand new band that I'd love to send you some stuff. He's like, yeah, send me some stuff. I'll hear it. And that was it. He heard it and said, hey, dig it. Well, let's talk about doing a deal. And that was it. Yeah. So it was really, it wasn't like we were, stopping to a ton of labels, and it was kind of interesting, because it wasn't like I was sending him, reaching out to the label with my music, and they weren't reaching out to me because they heard I had some great new band. It was something separate, and it just ended up becoming that. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Now the EP's out there, what next for you guys? Are you looking to get out onto the road and play some of these tracks live?
Oh yeah, definitely. Being a baby band and climbing up the whole uphill battle of the music business, we're fully prepared for that, and it ain't easy. It doesn't matter what you have done or who you may have played with. When something's new, it's gotta prove itself, and that's what we want to be given the chance to do. And we're hoping that with the EP having just come out and seeing a lot of great reviews, we're hoping that can help us get to the next place, which is getting in agent spaces and managers and creating opportunities that will allow us to get either on tours or get just get out there playing in front of as many people as we can. But like I said, we're not expecting the phone to ring off the hook all of a sudden with people throwing money at us to play these big huge places, because we're fully aware of what it takes, and it takes time, but we're ready to do it. We just want to be given the chance.
Yeah. That reception that the EP has received from fans and from critics alike, has that surprised you? Because I know you guys have had that kind of response ever since the first video came out, where people have just wanted to hear more. Has that response kind of surprised you, how well received everything's been?
Well, I think I'd be a liar if I didn't say I thought the stuff was good, because we wouldn't be wasting our time putting it together and going for it if we weren't excited by the music. So we're fans of the style we play. We're fans of all the bands that those styles come from. So if it excites us, we're just hoping that other people that enjoy that kind of music as well will hear us and put our music in with all their other favorite bands, and so it's just nice and reassuring. It's kind of surprising, because until it's there, it's not there. Until you read a great review or hear something nice about something, a song or something about your band, it's not there. So every time you hear it, it's very reassuring and rewarding, and it's the fuel that gets you to the next step. Because like I said, it's not easy. This business is not easy. Try to stay afloat or start something brand new. So when you do see this stuff, it just keeps you going. But
yep.
I guess in some ways, I would expect to see some sort of something more or less on the negative side. Just why not? Because it's there. Everybody has an opinion, and somebody's going to say, I think it's the greatest thing I've ever heard, and somebody else is going to say, this is complete trash. Like everybody has the right to say or think whatever they want about music, and when they hear a new band. But it's been 100% positive. So that's it's just it's a nice surprise.
Yeah, definitely. Now, Brian, I know we're running out of time, so I'll quickly ask before I go, what would you like to say to Australian fans out there before they go out and grab a copy of this EP?
Hey, if you've heard it and you dig it, thank you very much, and thanks for the support. If you're going to go out and buy the SILVERTHORNE EP, and I really can't wait to get down to Australia and do some playing at SILVERTHORNE. I've been down there a couple times and absolutely love it. It's a great hang, great people, great country, and it's one of those things. Touring the world and being around for a while, you're like, oh, when's the next time I'm gonna get down to Australia? I don't know what it is, but it better be soon. So I hope to be there sooner than as soon as I can.
Definitely. Well, mate, thank you so much for chatting to us today. It's been an absolute pleasure, and hopefully we do get to see you in Australia sometime soon.
Well, for sure, man. I hope so. And I don't care if it's somebody's backyard barbecue or an arena. We're we're ready. Just let us play.
Definitely. Well, my backyard is always open for you, mate.
All right. Well, cool. Well, we might have to make that happen.
All right, mate. Well, I'll let you go, but have a great day, and yeah, hopefully we get to chat again soon.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
All right, mate. Okay, bye.